Here's another DIY from a retired guy. Most of my videos have been working on this house, my DIY videos on this house my wife and I bought a year and a half ago. And my main objective for all my projects is to fix these things for the rest of my lifetime in this house. So kind of like the 25-year plan. So I just did a video on cleaning out the lint out of the front of my GE dryer and pulled it out to check the back of it. This is the first I've done this since we bought the house, and I've been wrestling these snake hoses, dryer bent hoses in houses for 45 years, ever since I've owned a house in a dozen different houses, and I'm done messing with these. So I'm going to upgrade this to spend a little money, upgrade this to a magnetic connector, which I think is brilliant. This is what it looks like now, and this vent was duct taped through that hole. That is my outside wall right here. So it's only 6 inches to the outside, so that's a good thing. And then another challenge with these type vents is once you get the dryer pulled out, you got to get your body back in there to get everything hooked back up. Unless you have a super long hose, which if you do, then it's a safety hazard because it's more likely to have more kinks and turns, and it's going to get plugged with lint. So you want as short a run as you can get on your vent, especially these turning ones that are going to trap lint, which means not only do you have to pull the dryer out, but you need to pull the washer out and to be able to get my body back in there. So I'm going to have to pull this washer all the way out after I clean the vents out, and then slide the dryer back in there, get down on my hands and knees, and reconnect the vents to the dryer. So, which means I'm going to have to entail the help of my wife, which is not good. I need these jobs to be that I can do by myself. So with this new vent, I should be able to just pull this dryer out, clean it, slide it right back in with this mag vent. So, okay. All right, step one, get the washer out of here so I can get in here and get this dryer vent hooked back. Slide back without coming loose. Yeah, it's a pretty good kink in there. So that's the old process. See how things need to change. I saw this on YouTube. I thought it was brilliant, so I ordered one. $59. A mag vent, MB 180. Basically, it's a magnetic ring that mounts to your wall, and this magnetic mating ring mounts to the dryer. So this hose mounts to your dryer, has this ring on the end which is permanently attached, and then this piece is mounted to your wall. So these just stick together magnetically. When you for me, the goal is when I pull the dryer out to just pull the dryer out, this separates, and I don't have to crawl in and attach hose clamps or any of that stuff. It should just, if it's works as I hope it's going to work, I just slide the dryer out, this separates, and then when I slide the dryer back in, once the magnets get close, they just latch up, and I don't have to pull out my washer like I do here to get back there to reattach anything. So we're going to try this thing out. So this is everything that comes with it. This is the mounting ring that mounts over the hole going out. This is the receiver. So this pipe will fit through your hole and snap into the ring. and that'll be the permanent attachment to the wall. This will be coming off the wall. This will be your flange going into your hole, and then this piece stuck to the mounts to the dryer. You know, this will be comes with a hose clamp. This will be hose clamped over the dryer receiver, and then when you slide the dryer back, that'll mate up to the piece on the wall. So the first step is the securing ring attached to the wall. I've got some molding I need to cut out because of where my hole is positioned. So I'm going to mark that, cut that out. So I'm using my Multi-Master tool to cut this molding out to clear the mounting bracket. On these radius cuts with this, you just go in with a corner, and then you can use the corner to cut a radius. All right. That looks good. Okay, so I'm doing a fit up with the receiver installed. Looks good. There's really no best way to put, so I can orient this any way I want. There's no, let's see, clearance problems. So I'm gonna put it right here. That's where I wanted. I just marked the center line of the tabs, 4 places. So when I mount my ring, that's where I want the tabs on these marks. That felt the best with that receiver. Okay, these are the anchors that came with the bracket, and these big ones. So I don't really like those giant ones. In fact, I don't like drywall anchors at all, but I'm going to go ahead with it. So I'm going to just use these small ones. I'm going to drill a 5/32 hole. These are just small ones that I had in my toolbox, and I'm going to use these for the anchors. Ooh, that's a stud, I think. All right, so I got a stud in this hole, so that's good. So don't need an anchor there. Two of those blue ones in my toolbox, and then a couple of these white ones. I'm gonna just use what I had. All right, now the hole I drilled is too big in the stud, so I'm gonna have to get a bigger bolt or bigger screw for the one that went into the stud. It's a 1/4-inch socket on these hex head screws that were provided. gonna leave them loose until I get the one in the stud. Because it's going to be a bigger diameter and they need a little wiggle room. Alright, now I need to go find a bigger diameter screw for that one. Alright, found another screw, a little bigger. It's just a Phillips head screw. Alright, finish tightening these down. Alright, there it is. That is really nice. Super clean, super neat. And this is the mating piece that goes on there. The only thing I don't like is there's no way to, the magnet's pretty strong. So I'm going to rig up a way to pull this thing. I'm going to put I think a cotter pin through here and a wire so I can pull this up from the top and then just drop it down, because I don't think I can pull it straight back without damaging that. This is that aluminum flex pipe. So I'm going to go rig up. Then I'm just going to drill a hole through here, put a cotter pin with a loop that I can loop some wire on, that I can pull it up and drop it down from the top. The whole idea is to be able to disconnect this, slide my dryer straight out, so I can access both this side and this side. All right, rather than going out to my workbench, because it's such a pain in the neck getting up and down with this bum ankle I got, I'm going to see if I can't just drill this hole sitting here on the floor. I've got a 1/16 of an inch drill. I'm going to see if I can get a pilot hole. I don't have my punch with me, but I'm going to go through. Looks like this magnet ends here, and then I'm going to drill a hole through this flange. The goal is to get this cotter pin through here like this, spread it out on the back side so I have something to latch a wire to, so I can pull this straight up and then hold it and lower it down. So yeah, I don't know if this is going to work, because I really need a punch to start a hole. This drill is going to be skating around. We'll see what happens. I'm trying to stay away from that magnet. Oh, went right through. So this is super soft metal. All right, so I'm gonna open it up to fit the cotter pin. Okay, so I've added this ring. I put a cotter pin through here, and I just put some adhesive sealant on there. So I'm gonna let it set overnight just to seal the hole. So it's just a cotter pin with the legs spread out and a ring, just a ring, like a keychain ring I had, and some old plant hanging plant chain. So I'm gonna let it hang there and dry, let that sealant dry overnight, and then that'll be I'll leave that chain on there, so I can connect this to the back of the dryer, and then with just enough slack that I can pull that up off the flange. So we'll try that out tomorrow. I'll connect this end to the dryer tomorrow, and then slide it in. That will couple. That's a super strong magnet. That'll couple up, and then I'll see if I can, with the washing machine back in place, see if I can pull it loose with that chain pull it up, break the magnet free with the washer in place, and then slide the dryer out where I can access both the rear of the dryer and that this hole here for cleaning as need be without moving this washer out of here. So we'll see how that works. That's the only, this thing looks so far brilliant. The only thing is breaking it free. Right now the magnet's so strong that you would, I think, still have to, you know, this would be at risk to tear or get damaged if you just try to pull straight back, and I'm sure the back of this will pull right off the washing machine unless you rivet it on. There's so much magnetic force that this would come off the back of the dryer before the magnet would break loose. So the idea here is to pull up, break the magnet, keep it up above its mating surface, and then pull the dryer out without this pulling off the back. So we'll try that tomorrow. Okay, I just reused my old vent that was on there and tied the pipe that was going through the wall. I just used that as a sleeve to tie these the new MagVent flex hose to the old dryer vent hose. So they're just that piece of sleeve that was going through my walls now inside here, tying these two vents together. And I put this, like I said earlier, the cotter pin, I just sealed it with some 3M marine adhesive in this ring so that I can pull that loose straight up. Without having to pull the washer out to get in there. All right, so now I'm going to slide the dryer back. I'll plug it in first. All right, so the goal is to be able to slide this straight back. So that coupled right up, and then that breaks free with my chain. So I would be able to pull this straight in and out. I need to be able to lower that in place, couples up, and then be able to break it free to pull it out. Coupled up. Looks good. I just need a place to tie this off to my chain. Okay, dryer's back in place. Just hook this chain up here for now until I decide I'm going to put a hook on the wall to hang that. So yeah, now I can pull it straight out, break that free, pull the dryer all the way back here, do my clean out, slide it straight back in without having to move this washer out of the way. So that was the goal. This MagVent did the job. So this one's good to go. Till next one, peace out.